Check out the new lighting. Let me know if y'all like it. I'm trying to switch some things up here. Is your fragrance weak? It's not giving you enough oomph. You like it, but you're drying yourself in it and it still don't smell right. Here are the longest lasting fragrances for men that I found. Number 1 is by the House of Zerof, Tommy Iomi Monkey Special. Now, this is a very hard fragrance to wear. Still smells amazing. It's in my top 3 of best Zerof fragrances of all time, but it can be a little bit difficult to wear because of how animalistic it is, because some people say it can come off a little bit dirty. Some people say it's a little overly masculine, but this is a great fragrance, lasts a heck of a long time, and you're sitting here on your longevity, minimum 8 hours, at least on my skin, and on clothes, it's for a few days. Projection on this is about 2 arms lengths. Next up, from the house of Francesca Bianchi, it is the Black Knight. Now, this fragrance right here is another one that is difficult, but it does smell great, at least to me, and I've gotten some compliments on it. But this thing is so strong. I mean, so strong. Got to be about 3-4 arm lengths. People will smell you down the hallway, and people will smell you for a while. Longevity on this is about 8 hours. Sometimes I can get about 8.5 if I really want to put my nose to it, but it is very strong. Do not wear this in upcoming summer. This is a winter fragrance. You may be able to bypass that at night, but only on a cooler summer night. It smells great, really great scent profile, but this is rough. This is rough on its application, even though it smells good. I think Francesca Bianchi really wanted something that'll stick to people, and it's the Black Knight. Next on this list at number 3, and of course you know this house was going to be on here, by Terenzi, this is Hale Bopp. Now, there's a whole multitude of different fragrances from that house that I can choose, but Hale Bopp has always stuck on clothes for about 2 weeks. It is massive, the amount of staying power on this. Longevity on this is about 7.5, 8 hours, just like the others, but how long this stays on clothes is freaking massive. Every time I put this on clothes, I have to wash clothes twice or go through the entire process of, adding a little bit of vinegar and everything like that. But this has to be one of the longest lasting on clothes fragrances that I have ever used at all. It is that powerful. As you can see, I had this bottle coming up on 2 years, and if it shows up on camera, I know it's a little dark. I barely used any of the juice. And if it didn't show up on camera, it's about that much juice. I've probably only sprayed this about 20 times because every application only needed 1 to 2 sprays. It is that powerful of a fragrance. At number 4, if you love oud fragrances, then you already know what number 4 is going to be. It is Oud Maracuja. Now, Oud Maracuja is a beautiful fragrance from the house of Maison Crivelli. So this is actually my second fragrance from this house, but it was my first love of this house. It smells absolutely great. I love this over Ombre Nomad. This usually gets compared to Ombre Nomad because of how the creation of the DNA is made, but to me, this is a lot better than Ombre Nomad. If you don't agree, you don't have to agree. It's my video. But it smells amazing. Longevity, 8.5 minimum. I'm talking about dry skin, 8.5 minimum. And on clothes for days. Projection is nuts. I can spray this here in the office. It'll stay in here all freaking day. And it'll travel down the hallway. People will smell you. 1 or 2 sprays max of this fragrance. Maybe 3, just depending on your skin. But yes, Oud Maracuja by Maison Crivelli is a beautiful fragrance. And it is incredibly strong and long lasting. Number 5 is from a indie brand, and I really am starting to enjoy their fragrances. This is Jazz from Zernell Gillie, Chicago. This is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Magnetic cap, brownie points already. It has a little bit of a soda-y smell to it, kind of like Tonka Cola, but it's incredibly masculine, incredibly strong. It does smell like what a jazz club would be, honestly, because it does have a boozy element to it. This, to me, is what I wish that Jazz Club by Maison Margiela smelled like. But don't worry, I have another Jazz. This is beautiful and it's worth every single penny. Support indie houses like Francesca Bianchi, like Zernell Gillie. They have really great hidden gems. And this one right here probably is starting to become the most popular of the house. It is worth every single penny. It's a pressurized sprayer. I would show y'all all the sprays of these fragrances, but they are just too doggone strong. This minimum, I get about 8.5, close to 9 hours on skin and on clothes for days. I had to wash a sweater literally 3 times to get this out. That's not a bad thing. Just spray with caution. Number 6 is actually my wife's favorite fragrance out of my entire collection. It is Van Cleef and Arpels Incense Per X. This one right here, do not think that all because you're smelling this out the bottle means that it's not going to be strong. Once it hits skin and clothes, it just get like a burst of strength. This is a beautiful fragrance from this company. I think they started off as a diamond company. So technically, by my definition, like I say, I don't believe that it's niche. It's more upper echelon designer. But this is a great masculine, tobacco-y, boozy, leathery kind of fragrance. This has incredible longevity, minimum 9 hours. There hasn't been one time that it has at least became a skin scent without going to that 9 hour mark. I usually say this lasts about 6, 7, all because the projection kind of like dies out, but it still is a skin scent. So technically it lasts long, and on clothes, it's days. At this point, y'all already know clothes, it is days, but this is a beautiful scent. I recommend anybody getting this. And honestly, this is probably the second fragrance on this list besides Jazz that I would say for you to blind buy. Number 7 is technically considered a freshie. Depends on who you talk to. It is Essential Parfums Bois Imperial. Now, Bois Imperial, this is a 2023 batch. I think that some people have said that the newer batch of 2025 may have gotten a little bit weaker, but I still put this on this list because of the amount of compliments I got on this and because of the longevity. I can spray this on right now at the subtle time of 7:15 a.m. and still smell this thing at about 7:15 p.m. It is that potent, and it is incredibly strong on the projection at first. Now, after about a good 3 hour mark, it just has moderate projection, but that moderate projection stays all the way through until it hits that last hour or two. It is that strong. It is the only freshie / spring fragrance that can withstand the cold weather. So if you want to smell fresh even in the cold, it is this fragrance right here that you need to get the Essential Parfums Bois Imperial. It just smells that great. And I know people would say Ketamine. You can get Ketamine instead of this. No, get this. It's cheaper than Ketamine. And in my personal testing, it lasts longer. Now, number 8 also has been having questionable batches in the new batches. But if you can get one from last year or the year before last, you're golden. And that is Sauvage Elixir from Dior. Y'all should already know I was going to put this on this list. It's incredibly powerful. Incredibly powerful. I do not spray this on in closed spaces at all. When I put this on, I literally step outside, spray it, wait about 5 minutes, then come back inside and do whatever I got to do. It is just that potent, and it sticks to everything. I spray it on this camera, it will stick for days. I spray it on me, it'll stick until I wash. Like, it is just that potent of a fragrance. Smells great, smells spicy. I don't even really have to go into the details. People rave on how good this is. People pick this up at the same rate as the regular Sauvage EDP. It just smells that great. It's that powerful. Longevity, realistically, it's in the Essential Parfums realm of time. You're sitting at about 11 to 12 hours. This is just freaking nuts. It is freaking nuclear in its fragrance profile. There's not been one time that I've worn this that I haven't at least got 11 hours. It just is that strong of a fragrance. Pick it up if you want to get some strength. Please do not wear this in summer. Last but certainly not least, I honestly could have put another fragrance number 1, but the batch issue was too high for the last few years that I really didn't trust it going number 1. So I'm picking this one for number 1. It is Oud Satin Mood Extrait by MFK. This dark juice is powerful. It is powerful. Understand, you spray it the first time, you think it's about to have massive projection. No, it has good projection. It's not the strongest projecting one on this list, but it is the longest longevity on this list. I can put this on at 7 in the morning it's still gonna be there at midnight, like midnight. It's that strong of a fragrance. And on clothes, you're going to have to wash this out a few times. Do not wear this on a light shirt. The reason being is because this black juice will stain. I've already stained a few white shirts with this fragrance and did not know it until I went back and looked at it. So please do not do that. It's expensive, I get it. It's a freaking MFK, but it is worth every single penny. The ultimate date night, special occasion, wedding fragrance of all time, in my personal opinion. It is just that good, but it is just that strong. I appreciate everybody coming back again. I hope y'all like this format. Please give me some feedback on the format because I'm trying to figure out lighting and everything. So if you like that I'm holding the mic, do it sound better? Do you like how the lighting is? Does it look better? Does it look more cinematic? Let me know in the comments, but I appreciate everybody coming back to rock with me again on another video. This is RonnieFragrances. I will see y'all later.